Then did the skin stealers take Rhonda? I didn't put any stock into the words of those stargazers until I saw my first sand giant. It cut a horse in half. I haven't run so fast since I was stealing meat on the streets of Riften. Now we're all listening a bit more closely. Everyone is these days. Funny how a few months ago, they were just a bunch of star-obsessed loonies. Now, they're the only folks with any idea what's going on. Their observatory is up on top of that big hill there. Can't miss it.
Speak quickly. I am very busy and our order is stretched to the breaking point. Of course. I'm sorry. You've come to help us and I'm being rude. Then I'll start from the beginning. A short while ago, the three guardian star signs, the warrior, the mage, and the thief, vanished from the night sky. I wish I knew. I've studied the stars my whole life. I've heard them speak, but now they're silent. It's eerie. All I know is when the Guardians disappeared, three powerful beings started attacking Craglorn. They call themselves the Celestials. I don't know. It's not a name I'd ever heard before. Two of the Celestials identify themselves as the Warrior and the Mage. The third, strangely, calls himself the Serpent, after the 13th constellation. The thief is nowhere to be found. The Stargazers consists of scholars who are no match for the current threat. We need champions to face the Warrior, the Mage, and the Serpent, and, if possible, to find the thief. Join us. Be our strong arm, our sharp sword against the Celestials. Thank you. We have a lot of work to do. But first, you must become an official member of our order. Enter the Circle of Stars and accept our blessing. Stars above, let this new light do your will.
Accept them, O stars.
Let them always follow where you lead.
Oh, please aid them.
And bless them to restore those who have fallen from glory, our missing guardians.
Oh, please bless them.
We must talk. Do not be afraid. I am a friend. Forgive me. I did not know any other way to contact you without revealing myself. Even now, the Serpent's followers, the Scaled Court, are searching for me. I am the Celestial Thief. I appeared with the other Guardians when the Serpent broke free and manifested in Tamriel. One by one, the Serpent trapped the others. First the warrior, then the mage. He wants to do the same to me. Yes, they attacked Craglorn against their will. Listen, the Serpent's nature is chaos. He wants to undermine the very order of reality. He will not stop with Craglorn. My power alone is not enough. You must free the other Guardians. I will help you as much as I dare, but the Serpent is looking for me. If he ensnares me as he has the others, all is lost. Hara and the Stargazers will help you. Use their knowledge. Look for the presence of the Scaled Court. Where they are, the Serpent is surely at work. But you must not tell anyone you saw me. The Serpent's followers are everywhere. In a way, just as you might look at a picture of the star signs and say, that's the thief, or that's the warrior. Just so, I'm the thief, or one way of seeing the thief. It would be surprising if I didn't. The Stargazers are only dimly aware of it. But they carry an ancient legacy as students of the star signs. Their devotion has not gone unnoticed. Of the 12 rightful star signs, it's the Guardian's duty to protect the lesser signs, our charges, against the destructive ways of the Serpent. With the warrior and mage under the Serpent's control, their charges are vulnerable. So is Tamriel. You have been accepted by the stars above. You are now one of us. The stars have accepted you. I just hope it is not too late. Volumes of prophecy have been written about the stars, but not even the oracles foresaw these events. Gather allies before you leave the city. You'll need loyal friends to face the armies of the warrior, the mage, and the serpent. Return to me each time you learn something new. I will use what you learn to devise a plan to defeat the Celestials. It appears that the Serpent has gathered the bulk of his forces in the mountainous region to the north and sealed himself within. So much the better. That gives us a chance to learn what we can about this threat and plan a defense. Tradition holds that the warrior is one of the guardians who defends the other stars against the Serpent. But the warrior celestial who has recently appeared is no friend. He commands a merciless army of ancient Yokudan warriors called the Ankara. All I know is they are ancient and dangerous. I've heard intriguing rumors from the Daggerfall Covenant outpost to the west of a champion who appeared about the same time as the Ankara. That may be a good place to start looking for answers. One of our number, Errol, has been examining old Nedic writings on the subject. He hopes to find insight into the Celestial's sudden appearance. Errol is smart, but he's not exactly battle-hardened. I'd be grateful if you'd help him. Tradition holds that the mage, the warrior, and the thief are the guardian star signs. But the magical events in the foothills of Craglorn, including an ever-growing army of Atronachs, suggest that the mage has fallen under the Serpent's control. The Atronachs were originally summoned by a circle of conjurers from the city of Elenhir to defend Craglorn against the Dark Anchors, but it's clear they're answering to another master now. And, if anything, their numbers are growing. I'm at a loss. The conjurers who summoned the Atronachs have disappeared, but since the Atronachs were summoned to defeat the Dark Anchors, perhaps the Dolmens hold a clue. Strange things, difficult to describe. A large spell scar in the middle of the desert, and the appearance of two high elves in Belkarth, each claiming to be the mage herself. It's as if the mage tried to fight back against the Serpent and lost. I wouldn't rule it out, but I haven't had time to look into their claims. You're free to investigate, but be wary of a trap. The Serpent could simply be baiting us. Last I heard, the women were still at the Crossroads Tavern here in Belkarth.
Help! Please! Please, you must help. There was a terrible accident. My colleague is in grave danger. My colleague, Kelman Locke. We're sorcerers. He leads my circle, or Lehadai. We sought to shatter a dark anchor at its base, to show the Fighters Guild we can do it more efficiently, so we traveled to the Proving Grounds Dolmen, but our plan went horribly awry. The Circle summoned Atronachs to destroy the dark anchor. Instead, they turned on the Circle. One of the Celestials must have caused it. I'm no conjurer. I wasn't next to the summoning when it happened. It's the only reason I escaped to seek help.
This won't do. This just won't do at all.
Be quick and stay quiet. It's the only certain way to remain alive. Friend of the stargazers, look at this place. Here, the mages of Craglorn fended off the Prince of Schemes and his dark anchors. But the sweet taste of victory quickly turned bitter. The mages called on the power of the celestial mage. They summoned ancient and powerful Atronachs to defeat the Dark Anchors and battle Molag Bal. But as soon as the Dark Anchors were defeated, the Atronachs... That's what I need you to learn. A conjurer named Kelman Locke was present when the Atronachs were first summoned. When they turned, his fellow summoners were killed. He was the only one to escape, and I fear he is in grave danger. Hurry. If Kelman is lost to the Serpent, so too are our chances to understand why the Atronachs turned. From what I've heard, he's a gifted conjurer who was greatly favored by the mage herself before she disappeared. When the Atronachs turned, the rest of Kelman's summoning circle were killed. It's no wonder he's gone into hiding. My fellow guardian, the mage, lent her power to the conjurers of Craglorn. It was not in our interest to see Cold Harbor and Nirn joined. She spoke to them in dreams. Not directly, of course. We prefer to watch from above rather than appear below. Only in times of great crisis do the guardians awaken and manifest. The Serpent's attack on Craglorn was just such a crisis.
Away, Phantom. Unless you are here to free me, I will have none of you!
I'm no phantom, Kelmanlock. I am the Celestial Thief, and you know why I am here.
Just another bandit, then? I've already been robbed blind. There's nothing more to take from me.
The Atronachs. The Celestial Mage showed you how to summon them in a dream. Do you remember? Why have they turned against Craglorn?
Oh, no. No more celestial mages and serpents. I've had enough of all that. I saw what happened to the others, and that won't happen to me! Who are you? Are you in league with this thief? I demand that you free me immediately! The Atronachs? I don't care to think about those creatures. One moment we were summoning them and destroying the dark anchors, and the next they turned on us like ungrateful dogs. It was terrible. A giant spectral serpent appeared at the summoning site. We sent the Atronachs against it, but they refused to obey us. They killed the others. Coward that I am, I fled. But then I was captured by these common rogues. I don't know. But I think I know how to find out. We need to talk to the Atronachs directly and ask them what happened. The first Atronachs we summoned were ancient. They could communicate to some extent. They didn't speak, but we heard them in our minds. They commanded the others and we controlled them, with a gem we saw in a dream. the Gem of Celestial Command. Well, as it happens, that's the one thing the bandits didn't get their hands on. I was able to keep it hidden. Don't ask. Take it. Find the Storm, Fire, and Frost Monarchs, and use the gem to bind them. You'll probably have to fight them first. Go to the summoning site and use the gem to call on the Monarchs. I'll meet you there. They might be more favorable to me, or maybe not. But now I've helped you. Will you release me?